So you clicked on this video and you probably think I'm gonna be complaining about how long it's been, how painful it is to have been on YouTube for 5 years and still not being monetized. And this is not gonna be that kind of video. And I will talk about how hard it is and everything else, but what I wanna tell you is that the thing that is different now is that I'm more determined than ever to succeed. And I don't know how this is working. I think this is maybe a toxic trait of my personality where I am so stubborn that if something is super challenging, I'm gonna put my everything into it and work so hard that I will outwork myself and then I will eventually get there. So to begin with, yes, it's freaking hard. And the hardest thing I feel is realizing that if you've not succeeded yet on YouTube, it's probably because your videos are not that valuable yet. The value can be different formats. So I thought before that what you need to do is follow all the rules and you need to package videos in a particular way. You need to make sure that your background is polished and everything else like that. And that was maybe the case when I first started around 2020 or 21. Because that's what was popular at the time. It was the high production value. That's my accent coming through. You never know when it will, but it does. High production value. The Ali Abdals and the Matt Diavella and all of that was kind of the thing we strived for as our ambitious target eventually. I never really got there because production value is not my strength. So what I am loving now that I'm in the 2026 era of YouTube, is that more than ever, authenticity and being human is rewarded. There's so much AI slop, there's so much stuff that is forced and written by ChatGPT and is just very predictable and kind of cookie cutter between people. I have done that too. I do it sometimes in terms of packaging, in terms of what I talk about. For example, on this channel, it's completely dedicated to YouTube growth and the human side of growing on YouTube. And a lot of the stuff that I know comes from watching other creators that talk about this. So naturally, a lot of the advice that I have and that I implement for myself is similar to what you maybe have seen in other videos. But what has changed, I think, in the last couple of years is that YouTube now rewards standing out and being different and being quirky in whatever way is natural for you. That is one of the things that keeps me going right now. It's seeing how the thing that comes naturally to me, which is talking about things very candidly, very directly and honestly, being something that is, unfortunately trendy, hopefully for a while, but it's the stuff that connects with people because there's so little of it in the AI era. Where was I going with this? I was going with this to say that I realize that the reason why I've not made it yet on YouTube in terms of monetizing it and getting on the YouTube Partner Program, getting the watch hours, even though on my main... Oh, I should give you context. This is my second channel. On my main channel, I have crossed 1,000 subscribers that I'm not monetized yet because my watch hours are not there. And I was religiously posting for the first year and a half of me being on the platform. But then I really slipped off my schedule. I was posting every month, every couple of months, because my job got very intense. I worked in consulting. And I let it kind of slip because I guess I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. Then there was a sudden spike in my views. At one point, a video popped off, and that gave me the motivation to try and get back into it, get into the schedule. But I didn't really, until maybe the last half a year, get back into taking it seriously. And now I am, and I also have the second channel where I talk about that. I talk about being a small creator, being a very slow-growing small channel, but a very determined one, and all the emotional stuff that comes with that journey. Anyway, so it is difficult to realize that you're just not good enough yet. And I think this is probably that emotional drama part of the story. I think Ali Abdal talk about this. that there are maths problems and then there are the emotional drama problems. Maths ones are the ones that literally are, mechanical, technical. You can fix them if you just get to the right number. But stuff like, oh my God, I'm just not good enough, I'll never succeed, overthinking every single video, and then why are the views so low, that is emotional drama, right? And I think so much of the emotional drama holds us back. So I suppose this is such a rambly video. I guess I just want to tell you that yes, it's hard. And also there's no evil YouTube algorithm that's holding you back. It just doesn't exist. The algorithm is the people watching. And then if people don't want to watch, then your video is just not that good. Or maybe the packaging isn't good. One of the elements in the YouTube production line is not good yet, right? It can get there. It's very much a skill. It's not a talent. No one was born knowing how to do YouTube because it didn't exist. Unless you're 10 years old. I forget how old YouTube is. But the moral of the story is that you need a lot of patience with yourself and with the process, and trusting that there isn't anything necessarily stacked against you. There isn't any evil thing holding you back from your videos being distributed. It's just that you need to get better, and part of that is time and just getting the reps in. Part of it is critically looking at what you're making and thinking, how can I actually make it better while also keeping it sustainable? So, for example, you will notice that my videos are very low production, right? They're talking videos. I used to make vlogs and things like that back in the day when I first started, but it takes so much longer to edit. And I have full-time commitments alongside this most of the year. So it needs to be efficient enough for me to be able to edit and do everything alongside those commitments. So in the pursuit of not slipping off my schedule again, I have decided that I'm going to make my videos as easy for myself as possible. That means talking videos, because I don't script. I just plan what I'm going to film. I plan the title. I plan a few bullet points, and that's about it. That's as far as I go. And then I just talk to camera. So that candid and more human style of content, I guess, is what comes naturally to me. So actually at the moment, I'm at the point where I'm thinking, maybe that is exactly what I need to lean into. Maybe this is the time that my unpolished but yappy and very open, honest, communicative self can thrive on YouTube. So that's what this video is. Where was I going with this? Oh my goodness. I was very frustrated for the first maybe 3 years, actually even more than that this hasn't worked out yet. And I now see that actually that's justified. It's not even that I need to have the production value of Matt Diavella or Ali Abdel, because I am just one person. I don't have a team. And I mean, Matt doesn't have a team now either, but he's got experience producing video and cinematic stuff. And that's not my unique selling point. My selling point is this. It's the connection. It's feeling like we're talking. It's leaning into the introverted trait of loving deeper conversations that are a bit more meaningful and more honest rather than staying on the surface level. This is the stuff that I love doing on my channel. That's the thing that I think sets me apart from a lot of other people who are very, very rigidly scripted. I don't do that, and I don't like that. So that's not the thing I'm going for. But I realized that, it's going to take something unique and something genuinely good for my videos to start popping off. Whether it's that human connection, whether it's me trying titles that are uniquely and originally mine, not copied from others, inspired by others. Maybe it's going to be trying a different visual format, but it's going to take something that's going to give people a thing to actually be like, you know what? I can't find this anywhere else. So I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to watch her videos instead because I get this particular thing from them. I have been trying to follow the rule book for so long that I think I lost my individuality in it, because you start being fearful and you start really being worried anytime you go outside that box of what you think a good video or, a model video looks like. Not a model, but like best practice video looks like, because you've been told all these things about keyword optimization and SEO and everything, and how the thumbnail should look like and everything else. So you're afraid to try new things. But what I'm noticing is that anytime a creator has popped off, it's because they tried something new. It's something that stands out among the sea of copies that are out there. So yes, it's been 5 years and it's been long. However, I'm realizing that probably in these 5 years, the biggest blocker between me and getting successful has been me. And I think I need to work through that first before I can actually get there. And that might mean being less scared of saying stuff, being less scared to try new things, being less rulebook with my titles and thumbnails and everything else. I don't know what is going to be that's going to give me that breakthrough, but I know that it's not going to come from me being the exact same creator as thousands of other creators trying to succeed in the exact same niche, because it is a popular one here. On my main channel, I talk about career and that stuff where I have a bit of an advantage when it comes to my consulting career and being in a big four firm for almost 4 years. So I have that as my leverage. But here I have my experience. I have the experience of being on the platform for 5 years. Yes, that's true. That, I guess, distinguishes me from some. I have the experience of crossing 1,000 subscribers, but that is a tiny channel. So, I'm nowhere near 20, 30K and all of that stuff. And I've not monetized it yet. And I want to be very transparent about that. So even though I might give you advice and I might give you best practice, I'm very much in the trenches right now. And I just hope that you feel less alone if you're in the same. I hope you also feel and keep that sense of hope that comes from knowing that there's nothing inherently stacked against you. It's just that you need to have that little something, that little spice that's going to make you you, and is going to come across to the people watching you. And I really feel like, maybe it's sunken cost fallacy, but I've invested 5 years into this. I am not giving up. I'm in this until I get there, and until I get to the point where I want to be, until I monetize it, until I get some sort of small but mighty community, until I can build even a start of a career out of this. So I'm super duper determined. And to be honest, I don't know if I would be as determined and as committed to it if I got the success a few months in, as we keep seeing with the videos that go viral, because that's what everyone wants. So when someone does go viral that quickly, of course those videos go viral, and it's a bit of a chain, and we think that that's normal, but it isn't. Being monetized after many, many years is much more normal, and it's much more average than that experience. Anyway, all of that is to say that I hope you hold on to the hope that comes from being in this for the long haul, and realizing that it's very possible. You just need to unblock your brain a little bit, believe that it's possible, and you need to stay so committed to it while also keeping it sustainable, because we don't want to be burning out. And try and slowly be a bit more you than you used to be before. Try and open up a little bit. Keep your boundaries that you need to keep, but don't censor your personality. Don't censor out your quirks, your accent, whatever else you have, the background that you have, the career pivots that you've had. Anything like that is what makes you you, and that's the only way you're going to be any different from others on the platform. I hope this was helpful. I've also put together my 5 biggest mistakes from 5 years on YouTube. It's a downloadable PDF. It's completely free. It does ask for your email in exchange, because I'm building my email list. But that document is basically a compilation of everything that I have in my brain about the 5 years and what I've done wrong and why I think I haven't grown as much as I would have liked to. And it talks about the very, very human experience of doing YouTube, of starting it as someone very introverted, someone who's never had any video production experience before, someone who also has a career and navigates that, and how to navigate identity, and do you even tell people that you do YouTube? All of that stuff written completely without AI, just from my own human brain, is linked in the description. And if you find it helpful, please let me know, because I would like to know. Every little bit of validation helps. I hope to see you in this next video, which you might enjoy. See you over there.